let's get to the music portion of the show. My next guest is a fantastically talented bass player, singer, writer, producer. He does it all. You've known him without knowing him because he's been on some major records both as a player and a producer. He's here to play, at my request, one of my favorite songs of his. We know each other now through a bunch of different ways, and we'll get to talking about that. Please welcome the one and only Thundercat.
Yeah.
All right. You know, they say you're supposed to stand in talk shows, but then this is what's happened.
Hey,
Thundercat,
hey.
ladies and gentlemen. Everyone say hi to Thundercat.
Hey, hi.
Hello. Hey, what's up? Let's go down here and see hands. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you don't have an Instagram, do you?
I don't.
Does this tempt you at all?
No. I imagine the level of drunk photos that I've like completely dodged. By the way.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been on Twitter since New Year's Eve of last year, and there are times I'll just be sitting around going, "Oh my God, thank God there aren't hours of my day that I want to die because of something that I wrote that I watched one person mishandle."
Yeah.
And do you know how many hours I've spent standing in my kitchen reading a tweet for the 11th time going, do I take it down? Do I write it out? Take it down, write it out.
Yeah.
And then I go, I'm just going to write it out. And for the amount of time I write it out, I'm just thinking of my next tweet and how I'm going to get out of it.
Yeah.
And I find it's a bit of a daredevil thing that I'm just not, I don't have the heart for it anymore.
Yeah, man. Like I get tempted every now and again. I'm kind of like, yeah, man. Let me just get on there and show people how often I talk to my cat.
Well, can I offer you this? Do you want my password? And every once in a while, you can just jump on and share whatever you like.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you may lose followers, so that's.
Well,
just by way of this, I imagine Instagram for me to be like an AR-15 of like emotions.
I think people would be all about it. That's one of the things I love about you is I never know which Thundercat I'm about to FaceTime with. You'll get a Thundercat FaceTime, and you'll be like, he could be in Tokyo drunk, he could be on a silent retreat, and he's going to do only thumbs up emojis. But you really are a sort of a cosmic cowboy.
Hey, man, I try to go for it, I mean, I figured there aren't that many black people in space for what we've seen.
Not at any given one time.
Yeah, there's like Ahura and then...
not synchronously.
Yeah, like Lando Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian was in space.
So I just try to... I know they're doing those landing rockets now, so they can figure.
How about landing a rocket back where it took off from? I feel like that's not even like technically necessary. It's just like a big middle finger to the rest of the world who said you can't do it.
Like most of us are never going to get a chance to experience. Oh, cool, the landing rocket. Can I actually get up there first?
You know what I say about the rocket that lands down exactly where I always say weird flex. That's like somebody like breaks your heart in middle school and you go, I'll show you. I'm going to get into jet propulsion and I'm going to fire a rocket into space and I'm going to back it up to where it came from.
Yeah.
I'm going to back it up.
Valet it. I'm going to valet my own rocket.
Shall we valet this rocket and play and show people what it is that you do?
Hey, well, you can...
Also, we had all of about 40 seconds to go over the song, but we knew it was great. We knew that it was great. We should do it.
Cannabis.
Hey, it's Eric Krasno, the great Eric Krasno.
Hey, Eric. What the hell? What is he?
Drunk was an amazing album. I agree. Drunk
Hey.
was and is an amazing album.
Hey.
Where do you get that much musicality from?
I think it's from my mom.
all these chord changes. I mean, these incredible, brilliant harmonic movements and chord changes.
I feel like it came from, of course, my parents naturally, and I feel like my grandparents to some degree, those parents before those parents and the parents before.
Yeah.
But also came from growing up with guys like Cameron Graves and Kamasi, and to name a couple, some of my favorite musicians literally on the planet that I've known since I was a child. I feel like growing up with them was such a intense moment because it's like, if you got a chance to meet Cameron literally is like, I feel like what every musician is supposed to be, like healthy. Just out the gate,
right.
he's healthy and he can play and it doesn't look like it's painful when he plays.
Right.
Like, I mean, which would imply it's just really healthy.
Yeah. There is always that ratio that you kind of kind of agree to, that the weirder and more genius a musician you are, the less of a circadian rhythm you abide by, the less of a dietary sort of rule you have.
Like you're supposed to be like beat up and ran over by a car.
Yeah, I'm actually experimenting with this thing where I'm not a genius.
There you go.
But that I enjoy all of the things that geniuses miss because they're so busy being a genius, growing their fingernails out, and having all this inner pain, that I've decided that I would stop getting good right before genius and just live off the fat of the land.
There you go.
Well, let's do this.
Have a little dust on you when the black light comes on, right?
Yeah. You know what? It's when they stop blacklighting you should be worried.
There you go.
It's when they stop.
All right, no more psychedelic. No more.
No, let's play a real stately number.
All right. This bass is taking up the whole entire screen. Sorry.
All right, this is going to be great.
What's up, Eric? I see you back there talking. What's going on there? Thundercat looks like Odell gained 100 pounds. So does your mom.
You can say that on my show. Guests have free reign. You know, there are things I can't say to guests. I mean, I can't say to followers that guests, I'm like, you get them. You get them.
Hey.
Shall we do it? You want to we'll do like the record, we'll let the loop go by for a second?
Yeah, sure. Pretty sure I'm going to...
Oh, I got to tune my guitar.
Yeah,
let's tune up. Guys, if you're tuning along at home, if you'd like to play, this is E.
I'm trying to tune with an envelope filter on it. It's completely absurd. You ever try to tune with like an octaver on?
Oh, yeah. You gotta put the tuner at the beginning of the chain, my friend. You can't put the tuner after the delay.
It's really, really horrible.
Yeah. Also, I strive to be your level of badass, where you arrive to places with nothing.
Just show up out
and other people just make everything around you materialize. I'm always like, I brought 6 cables. I'm like talking to everyone. And I'm like, you just like brought a bass. I'm like, we'll figure it out. But you're the guy who's just chilling. I need to chill that hard.
Hey man.
All right, let's do it.
A lot of messing up in
Yeah. Do you stress out?
More since Max passed. But, other than that, I beat Spider-Man. Spider-Man was great. I'm waiting for the download content.
Are you a Red Dead Redemption guy?
Man, that's a great question because I could be honest with you, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's a little bit slow moving right now.
I feel like you just like hang out and look at horse prints in the ground, and you drink pop.
Yeah.
And you look at an eagle, and you can I guess you can meet another friend in the game, and you could both look at an eagle together, and then a guy says, "Hey, give me some help with my horse," and then you walk over, and then the guy
it's
flashes you, and then you steal his horse. Yeah. I mean, it seems like a real
slow build.
Real slow build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, your hat. You lose your hat a lot in the game. Apparently,
you lose your hat. I believe it's called.
Imagine you probably have sex once in the video game and probably die immediately. I don't know. Like the West seemed like it was like.
Yeah, well, we had that in Oregon Trail. You could have sex in Oregon Trail.
Sex and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you would get dysentery or HR infraction.
Yeah. I'm imagining this is like, Oregon Trail or Oregon.
This is like a highly detailed Oregon Trail.
Yeah. This is basically that, and I mean, it's
Except
appealing.
You can't name yourself Elvis Fuckface.
There you go. There you go.
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
All right.
Let me know when the bridge is.
Right, 1, 2. Right there we go. Yep.
Nobody moves, there's blood on the floor, and I can't find my heart. Where did it go? Did I leave it in the cold? Please give it back, 'cause it's not yours to take. Must have fell when I lost my mind. Deep in the cup, you're getting paid. Somebody help, 'cause I can't find my way. Nobody moves,
Hey.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. Woo!
Hey.
Thundercat, ladies and gentlemen. Now, do you remember the last time we saw each other before tonight?
Yeah, man.
We were at Peppermint Club.
That was a fantastic night.
You were having a fantastic night.
Oh, man, I would hope so.
I ask you if you remember because I'm not sure that you did.
I mean, not well. I mean, I remember we were
A
there.
little bit of a little half. There you go. So here's what happened. So Dave Chappelle, Dave Chappelle had an incredible gathering of talented people and comics and athletes and actors, and it was great, as only he knows how to do.
Oh,
the
man.
the Dave Chappelle paperless post is 100% reply, 100% RSVP.
So many levels, man. Dave is like, mwah.
He's figured it out.
Yeah,
he's figured out how to responsibly slip the shackles of society and
He's the man.
what the rules are. And now that's a free thinker.
Yeah,
That's a.
We love you, Dave.
We love you, Dave. So we're backstage, and I'm talking to Thundercat, and LeBron James walks in.
Oh, my God.
Now I'd never met LeBron. Big fan of LeBron.
I never met him either.
We had never met him. He walks up to both of us. Hey, how you doing, LeBron? Good to see you. Hey, LeBron, this is Thundercat, and you go on to look LeBron straight in the eye and say, "Can I tell you something? This is a true story." You say, "Can I tell you something?" And LeBron goes, "What?" And you lean in and you go, "John and I both don't like basketball." Now.
Oh, man.
So I go, and I immediately, and I hated to do this to you, I threw you under the bus.
Oh, my God.
And I said, that's not true.
Totally
I
merited.
do like basketball.
Totally merited.
And then I said, sorry, LeBron, I do like basketball. I don't know why he would say a thing like that, but he's also my friend. He's a great guy. You know, everyone backstage, if you're backstage at Dave Chappelle's thing, you're someone who, you know, you'd want to give your best to because they've got a reason to be back there.
Oh, my God.
And then LeBron James goes from giving me about 50% of his focus to a real hard 5% of his focus. And this guy's so famous everywhere he
He
goes.
could have mushed me in the face, and
Oh, it was
pretty
amazing.
sure everybody would have clapped.
But here's what was great. Every once in a while, Thundercat would look at LeBron and go, "Hey, LeBron, am I tripping?" And LeBron would go,
Wow.
"No, you're fine. You're fine." And then he would go, "Well, John and I just don't like basketball." And now LeBron is down to just giving 5%. So and he's a 110% guy. If you know anything about LeBron James, he gives 110%. We are the only two people who've ever seen the guy give 5%. That's how much he was giving to us in conversation. He wanted nothing more than to stop talking to the two of us. And
What was I wearing? Did I at least look
you
cool?
looked like someone who could say that and get away with it, and get away with it. You did. You looked incredible. And I said to LeBron, and this is, again, all of this is true. I said, LeBron, Dave's looking for you. And I just want to come clean now. Dave was not looking for me.
To make the situation
I just
better.
had to get out of it somehow. And LeBron said, "Great, I'll go see Dave," and never walked anywhere near him after that. But
I mean, to be fair, I have seen LeBron play, and like, I mean, like I can't. I have to eat my words. I'm guessing that's what that is.
I love greatness.
You know, if he would have, I'm literally like, you know, like if he would have push kicked me in the back, like as I was walking downstairs, I would, like, I hope that wasn't too offensive, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure.
No. I mean, that's like someone coming up and saying, I'm not a fan of your music. I go, that's
totally
fine.
okay. Yeah.
Has anyone ever come up to you and been, I don't get you?
I mean, I've had like a beer thrown at me, like a couple times, maybe a shoe, like, I don't know, like, every now and again somebody will walk and be like, "You're not Alan Holdsworth," or
Oh, what? That's the nerdiest put down of all time. Oh my God! If that's your,
it's definitely happened.
Oh, you're not Alan Holdsworth. Why do I know what shirt he was wearing? Why do I know what shirt the guy was wearing? Oh my good, you're not Alan Holdsworth. I mean, in 2018, what a day! I mean, you must have not gotten out of bed for weeks.
But I mean, to be fair, I have seen LeBron play. I mean, and the dude's a powerhouse.
I just love great people who aggravate the world with their greatness.
Yeah, like as soon as he gets into play, it's like there's nobody that can stop him, which is really amazing.
I'm the same way with Tom Brady. Just be great.
Yeah,
and great people don't have time for the nuance of explaining to people why they're not conceited. And if you're that good, you shouldn't have to pad it for other people.
Yeah, I feel like trash.
You shouldn't have to go through life padding it emotionally for other people.
Especially for weird fat dudes like me.
Too, but you're not weird or fat.
Well, thank you.
You're not weird or fat.
I appreciate that, John.
So you and I are both going to be, unfortunately, at the Mac Miller Celebration of Life show on Wednesday. And you knew Mac much better than I did. And all I can say is, what little I knew him, if I were to scale it out to someone who knew him as well as you did, what a lot. I can't even begin to fathom. What an incredible guy. And have you been surprised or in any way sort of encouraged to see what the response has been since his passing, of people being so loving and remembering him so much?
Personally, it's been up and down naturally, as it would be, I guess. And sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, actually, the response to, people being able to see who Mac Miller was. And I'm happy that it actually, like, he actually affected people like that, because that's what he was. It wasn't what he was going for. That's what he was, I
mean, brilliant guy. He would, we texted a lot, and, you can't teach this to people when it comes to comedy. And he was such a funny guy. His ability to play along.
Yeah.
Stunning ability to laugh and take your idea and work off of it. Yeah. And a lot of people in the industry of comedy or entertainment, they tend to kind of snuff out what your idea is and go, here's another one.
Yeah.
What an unbelievably creatively so cooperative. Yeah. So I think there are tickets. Are there tickets still available?
I don't know, man.
But if there are, try to get to the show because it's going to be incredible. It was actually going to be his concert anyway. Yeah,
it's going to be very emotional.
And it was going to be his concert anyway. And I was going to sit in on Small Worlds. So I'm going to play Small Worlds in his honor on Wednesday night, Halloween night. And I'll be with you there, and I'm sure that people will see one way or another what that's all about.
Yeah, man.
What do you say we jam a little bit? On the way out,
absolutely.
And we'll do a light jamming, and I'll do my sermon for the week. How about a little
big rest in peace to Mac Miller.
Big rest in peace,
a young lad, amazing.
You pick a key.
All right.
It's not that different than the thing we had going on before. I could always do something different, but
okay. I can't even tell what this bass is. So okay.
And who's the manufacturer of the bass again? Who would you like to give a shout out to? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I think this is our sermon tonight. Thundercat. We'll see you again very soon. Have a wonderful week. We'll be back on at our normally scheduled time next Sunday night. We love you. Goodbye.